Hello, hello, hello. You're
I'm here. Hi.
right live from New York. It is
Chantel.
show and tell. We're doing show and tell a little bit different this week, everybody. Lady Ada
I'm
is
show and he's tell.
yeah. Wait, that was supposed to be tell.
Sorry.
Yeah, we could do show and tell her.
Show and tell. Show her and tell her.
We're doing show and tell a little different because as you may know, everyone, Lady Ada has engineer number 2 growing inside of her. So it's a girl. This week told everybody that anyways. And so she's tired. So I said, why don't you sit over there in your room, like on this like bed thing, and then I'll just put a camera there, or we have a camera, you have your laptop, and I'll go in this room.
Yeah, it's my legs, but it's okay. But I'm still here. I just it's
hard. So we're showing and telling the engineer, but it's all possible through modern technology. So
wow.
You know, I know right now, I'll just mention a little thing. I know right now things are a little odd for everyone, but you know, the best thing everyone could do is build stuff together, share their passions and the things that are important to them. And in our community, it's what you make and build. So let's start off with JP, and we're going to add people to the chat like this. And then one of the neat things now is there's new tools inside of StreamYard where I can maximize JP as we're talking to him. So JP, what do you got going on this week?
Hey, well, what I got going on, I actually am excited about. This is a project that I'm using in real life on my Tuesday shows, which is about to appear when let me show you what I'm messing with here. When I take this fruit jam and I plug its output into a video capture card, and then I can overlay that I'm using OBS just for this call with their little virtual camera. When I press a button on here, I can get real-time chiron lower thirds style text, like a old weather or news or shopping thing, which is updated live. So this is grabbing the current stock of that product as well as the price. Yesterday this was on 50% off during the show, so the price was slashed in half, and all that info comes from the product API that we have. So adafruit.com/product/API. Tim, Foamy Guy, wrote the code for this, and I love it. It allows me to also press this button to get rid of the black outline on the text, allows me to move it up higher. You're going to see that disappear off the screen just because of how I have things set up, or bring that back on. And the way this works is it's actually a chroma key. So let me see if I can turn off that filter that's running on it right now. See if you guys see that happen. Let's grab the fruit jam, and in OBS I'm just going to turn off a chroma. So that's actually what's being output from the fruit jam, and then I can use a chroma key pull to say get rid of blue and then show everything else. So this is pretty cool, because what you're not probably going to find if you're doing stuff like OBS or StreamYard or Wireshark or what's the name of the one we use, Wire something. Wirecast, right? Wirecast is the ability to customize a piece of text based on real-time data. So while there's all kinds of text overlay tools, this one is programmed in CircuitPython, and you can have it kind of do anything you want. So it could be rotating through stock. We could probably even do some little effects, moving stuff around. But it's a pretty impressive thing to take what used to be, a $50,000 piece of like Quantel gear, and now we have it on a fruit jam acting as a live little chiron underneath.
Data-driven live graphics.
That's what
Guess who's back? Generator.
I demand guru meditation errors.
This is so neat because you can get very interesting effects live. So here's the neat thing: like fruit jam's popular already, but I think this is going to be used in ways that we don't expect. So if you do any type of live video and you want to put any type of real feeds, this is how you could do it with something like the fruit jam. Like,
and I should mention, that's all you need right there. I think we have these for like 20 or 30 bucks on Adafruit. It's a little USB HDMI capture card. So this is not the one I'm using right now, but you just plug in HDMI output from this here fruit jam, and then USB 2.0, I think, into your computer, and it becomes a video source. It thinks that's a video camera, and that's how that text can appear. Something like OBS, totally free. It can use a virtual camera out, and so you can be on a Zoom and have your favorite Nietzsche quotes at the bottom just to drive everyone nuts.
We had things inside of Adafruit where for our internal systems, we could see how many orders, purchase order, obviously products in stock. So our systems are connected. The outward-facing store is related to what we actually have in stock. They are connected because we have a giant system we built from the start. So what's cool is people could use this for any type of automation they're doing if they want to put in something with vision sensing and then get the information and then display it somewhere else. Like you can do a lot when you have a video overlay that can just take in any text string that you can do something with Python.
Yeah.
It's cool. Show this off and I don't know, we'll think of other stuff. But the green screen trick too, we talked to MakeCode back in the day about this. So if you're someone who's a teacher and you're going to be presenting to students, you could be showing the IDE right there. That can just be text instead of a black box. It'll just be, the IDE.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. I've forgotten, but yeah, MakeCode added a whole like internal to the website in the IDE. They're like, oh yeah, we'll just add a pick your background color thing.
Yeah, green screen.
Chroma keying it. Sure.
Yeah. Everyone wants to be a content creator. Let's help them make something other than the stuff that's being made now. Anyways, more science and technology videos. Okay, let's keep on moving. It's Thursday, tomorrow. JP.
Yeah, come on by tomorrow. I'll be up to stuff.
All right. Okay, let's go to Noe. Noe, what you got going on here?
Hello. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, I'm going to maximize this awesome thing.
Yeah, here's my desk. Yeah, so this week I've been doing a lot of FruitJam testing out FruitJam OS and all of the different kind of games and little programs that folks have been writing for it. So I got here is the FruitJam. Let me see if I can pull it closer. And shout out to everybody who bought the case. Like this thing went up yesterday and I think it sold out in like a few hours. So that's awesome.
It's so cool. I saw it on our site. Nice, it was like, how is this possible?
Yeah. So it's printed in black resin from JLC PCB, and it's just really nice surface finish. You got the logo there for the FruitJam. Looks really nice. You got these button pressers, and so I'm working on a video to kind of talk about and really showcase all of the fun apps in FruitJam OS. But I needed like a kind of a different kind of display, so I came up with this 3D printed enclosure for this 7-inch HDMI display. So I designed it as a snap fit thing. We got the little connectors here in the back, and they can kind of swivel if we needed to. And then I added a little base here so I can kind of prop it up. So I think for designers that like want to make their own like PC, if you're, like retro PC, this is going to be really cool for designers because they can come up with all sorts of different, enclosure designs, not just for the FruitJam, but for like an integrated display. So this is kind of prepping me for like, maybe we're going to do a Mac Classic or an Apple II GS with integrated keyboard. Like there's a lot of plans, and I'm super excited to see what designers are going to create, like as an integrated little retro PC.
The building blocks that we've been building upon. We started very simple with CircuitPython, being able to control certain things and do things. Now you can essentially make a full operating system in Python, have IRC, have the ability to do the video out and show a green screen, and then you can get rid of the background. There's like so many multimedia things from something that's made out of, quote Python. And this is just, I guess, the start of just some of the ideas that we have for some of the apps. As we try to keep up with the demand. So I think we'll see really, really neat things. So cool. Okay.
Yep. Cool. So be on the lookout. Yeah, FruitJam's in stock. Get one if you don't have one yet. And
we're just getting warmed up with FruitJam stuff. We know everyone wants something out there where they can see how it works, have people with different skill levels write code for it and display it, and then have it on a TV. So okay, thank you so much. All right, let's I have to get you out of here. Boop. All right, let's go to Erin, and then we'll go to Liz. Hi, Erin.
So this week I am working on a Magic Mirror project. It is not a Fruit Jam project, which sound like a lot of fun, but it is a Sparkle Motion project. This is using the new Sparkle Motion controller. And what I've done here is I've taken a mirror and made a couple of layers. I've got a layer of one-way mirror acrylic, and then behind it is another layer that has laser cut edge lit laser cut lighting on it. So as you can see, what I've got going on right now is that right now it's just running a playlist where the different quotes and things that I have laser cut into that back layer are appearing one at a time. And my idea is that I'm going to have a motion sensor in this thing. And so when somebody walks up, it's going to give them a quote of the day or, you know, some kind of inspirational thing. So it's been a lot of fun working on this. I still got to get the motion sensor working and everything, but I'm quite delighted. I got this mirror at a junk shop like 3 years ago, and I have been trying to figure out how to make it a magic mirror like ever since. And this is
a way. Did you use motivational quotes?
What's that?
Did you use motivational quotes during the build process so far to keep you going?
100%, yeah. It's you know, not all who wander or lost. I also made a mistake on one of the, I'm just learning to use the laser. I just kind of joined the makerspace, and it's one of my first laser projects. And I messed up one of the quotes, and of course it's the quote that says, "There's a crack in everything. That's how the light gets in." So I suppose that's an appropriate one to have the crack in. So. Yeah. But yeah, like it's pretty neat. I'm looking forward to getting this built up and written up. So
yeah, and then, you know, for folks who watch the complete show and tell, you can combine some of these projects. You could do something like have a screen behind a section with like a fruit jam, and that could be where there's like real time things like weather. You could put that in the corner, so it could have, you know, the screen could come on once in a while underneath the mirror, and then it could show if it's going to rain or something like that. And that'll be the real time thing, and you can have your automatic stuff play without having to worry about an internet connection. And then when there is one, there can be like weather and stuff like that. So mix and match, folks. You can do it. All right. Thanks so much.
Cool.
All right. We're going to go to Liz. And then after that, we're going to go to Roberto, and then Mark. Liz.
Hey. So I've been working also on a Fruit Jam project. This is going to be a video synth that's inspired by the Atari video music, which was kind of one of the first music visualizers with composite video out. I have
one here. Yeah, and it works somewhere. And you know what we'll do? We'll take your project later and we'll play it side by side. There's not many and they're old. Yeah, so they'll be cool.
Nice. Yeah. So I'd never really heard of it before, so I went a deep dive on YouTube. Found some old animations with it. So for the Fruit Jam build, I decided to go with 2-step switches, potentiometer, and PDM mic to do FFT. And then I can switch my HDMI input so we can see the actual animations. Yeah. So I went with some diamond shapes because the Atari video music has that. And then the other feature I saw that had is if you press the button, it would increase the number of objects on screen. So I did that here with the diamonds. And then I've got another mode, because I couldn't resist, party parrots. And so you can have 1 parrot, 4 parrots, 9 parrots.
Classic
16 parrots. Yeah, I got it. And then the next one, I went with kind of these lines that'll kind of dance around, and you can affect the number of lines too. And then the final mode is it'll go through all of them kind of automatically, and it'll choose a number of items to have on screen at random too. So it can just kind of run the background. And when that mode's on, the light on this switch comes on, so you know. So yeah.
Just so folks know, this was from 1977, so that's like 48 years old or close. Someone will correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
And I think back in the day it was like $100-something because I heard about this. So the equivalent would be just under $1,000, which is funny because if you try to buy one of these now, that's how much it costs on eBay.
That's true. Yeah.
And it's cool. It's not that cool because on eBay. At the time it was, I don't, just by the way, everyone, if you get these, they might not work and you probably need a Lady Ada around or like enough patience to figure stuff out. So if you want to do something like this, we'll probably be able to completely remake some of the ideas and graphics and more, but just the idea that this could be in your home and do stuff with it and add your own. Like that's the thing. I think Atari at the time in 1977 was like, well, let's have people have stereos, so let's have something on the TV, like a music visual, are way ahead of their time. When you think about it, they were doing Winamp before there was a Win.
Yeah. And at the time too, the color organs were really popular. There were these like kind of light up lamps. So yeah.
Also, it's not a really good idea to watch TV anymore, folks. Plug one of these in.
That's true. Yeah.
This is where we're here to help. Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
Sweet. Yeah. So I'll have a guide for this probably in about a week, so folks can use it.
All righty, Lady Ada. Let's welcome back Roberto, and then we'll go to Mark. Hey, how's it going?
Hi, folks. Can you hear me well?
Yeah. What you got going on?
Thank you for having me again. And I have I have this going on. Can you see the Adafruit TPS 61169 screen?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm doing a project with that, and I finally got it close to getting off the breadboard. And about 2 weeks ago, I was sitting down and wondering how I was gonna mount them to whatever the enclosure was gonna be. And JP put out. Oh no, it's not changing to my screen, but JP put out.
It changed to the Adafruit store.
Okay. So
that's what we saw on our side. We saw the picture of the thing.
Yeah. So JP put out something like this, and I think the numbers were like 731 or something like that, and he used that as a faceplate for the letters that y'all have put out, the LED letters.
Oh yeah.
And so the thing that I'm working on is I have the source code, but I'm having trouble sharing that. So I'm just going to show you what I got so far.
Yeah.
And it's one name. Yeah. So I have my faceplate is for a family member named Diego, and it's the 2 lightning bolts on both ends.
That's cool.
Yeah. So that's what I'm working on.
That's great.
Right on. And for the folks who need to find that product, maybe you could drop a link in the chat.
Yes. It's I had my tabs all lined up and ready to go.
Well, you're back. Come back next week. We're here every week.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks for having me again.
Love your stash.
Yeah. Good to see you, Roberto. Cool project too.
Thank you.
Diego's very lucky to have someone like you making signs. No one ever made me a sign.
God
now
bless
we make
you. All right. Y'all have a good night.
Yeah,
Good night.
Okay, Mark, how's it going?
It's going good. I've been outside for our 3 months of summer up here, so I haven't done a whole lot of stuff inside.
Now.
But in terms of making what you need, this summer I did do something, and the long story short is I got my pilot's license back. I'd had it previously. And if you don't have it for a while, you probably want to learn for your own safety and others how to fly again. Yeah. So I was at the airport most of the time, but every minute the plane is running costs you money. So you would like to listen to the radio before you're ever in the plane. So I'm going to quickly adjust my camera to hopefully show, which is not going to focus now, but it's really just a Raspberry Pi 0. The blurry thing over there is just the sound, which isn't. And now I've unplugged my webcam. But you don't need to see that. I will just share my screen instead.
Yeah.
But
this happens to me actually all the time.
So you can just flip. If my screen is shared, you can flip to there. But so into the Pi. But what I've done is I realized, hey, I could hook up an RTL SDR to receive radio. Now I live close to the airport. So hopefully this is coming through.
25,000 broken. Temperature 17, 2.11.
That's some robot, right? That's on their side.
So right,
some robot stuff.
Yeah, so that's just automatic weather system. So what I really wanted out of this was a way that I could be driving to the airport, flip this on, and listen to the weather, which runways are active before I'm ever there.
Yeah.
Which has also led me just tonight to a second path of wanting to look into Blinka more I'm used to CircuitPython. I know how to code in it. So being able to hook up a couple of buttons and switches to switch frequencies as I'm coming up, so I can either listen to the radio or the weather or whatever I need as I approach. It's worked really well so far. The other stretch goal for all this is to see if I can actually receive the airplane tracking and hook that up to GPS as a very low tech, somebody's too close to you, look out alarm, which, having flown long enough, has become an issue in the past. I'm turning on before I kill everyone and listening to the radio, but one bonus living near the airport here, the much bigger airport I do not fly out of, is it's easy to tune in and listen to test the project out. But yeah, it's just sort of the proof and concept that I'm working on. Hopefully I can come back with something with the actual radio dials hooked in.
Yeah, that's cool.
I think this is neat because you're taking, this is kind of the theme of the night. All the pieces are finally there. It's now just like figuring out how to string it together. There's probably a little tiny local LLM that could sit on a Raspberry Pi that can even do some speech to text that maybe help you out. So it just turns it on when it starts to hear certain words that you want to tune into.
That's a really interesting idea.
Yeah, or maybe display something based on that. Like these little tiny models, we have Tim playing around with them, and also Moore and I when we can. And it looks like that'll be some fun because you don't want to put anything like that on the internet. Like it's kind of a waste anyways. You're just gonna be looking for some words, and then based on that, like if it says anything like about a certain runway, you'll probably want to hear what's going on. I could just turn it on or off. So good luck.
No, it's been fun, and it's fun flying too. If anyone's ever up here, just let me know.
You can't come here and pick us up, right? There's no way to do that.
In a small Cessna plane, I could, but it's going to take a while.
Okay, I'm gonna look. I'll download the app later. It's like Uber, right? But it's for Cessnas.
Pretty much. Yeah. It might be quicker for me to drive, but
yeah. No. Excellent. Okay, this is so cool. Oh, someone said smart squelch for the maybe that's the feature. So thank you so much, Mike. This is a really cool project. Come back as it evolves and more.
Thanks. Yeah, hopefully I'll get a bunch of other stuff hooked up, so it's actually a actual in quotation marks radio.
All right, thank you so much. All right, look, Lamore, we did it. We did it.
Yay!
We did the show and tell.
That was great.
We did the show and tell, and you got to hang out and do it.
Party parrots, airplane radios.
Mm-hmm.
Diego's got a cool sign.
That's right. Okay.
All right, sweet.
We're gonna do Ask an Engineer at some point tonight. We're gonna just reset and might be new products, NPI, a little bit more. Stay tuned. Start soon.
Thanks. Good to see everybody.
Soonish.
Thanks for my show and tell.
Bye, everybody. All right. Let's see how to get us up.